before I call time.
YannyVideos. Today we're going to be doing our review of Dragon Age Inquisition. Developed by BioWare and published by EA. It came out on the PS4, Xbox One, 360, PlayStation 3, and the PC. One thing that was really cool about this game was EA Access subscribers got to play it early for, I think it was 6 hours. And after what happened last week with Assassin's Creed Unity getting burned by it with all the bad reviews, it was kind of nice to see all the great reviews this game was getting right before it came out. It made me more comfortable with getting it and purchasing it. That being said, on launch day, I did a 8-hour stream. A couple hundred people showed up. Thanks to everybody that came out and watched, participated, got to do the share play afterwards, added me, met a lot of really cool people. Thank you for your dedication. It was awesome playing with you, and I look forward to seeing you again soon in the future. I got a lot of questions. I'm going to go over the main ones I was asked the most of. First question was, is this game like Skyrim? No, it's not like Skyrim. And yes, it is. They both have crafting. You both can ride a horse. You both have great backstories in the game. Combat's not the same. Both long. That's about it that I can think of off the top of my head. So, that, I mean, just probably say it's like 30% like Skyrim. I mean, they're both two different games. I mean, yes, they're RPGs, but they both have such great points tied to them. Great story, great gameplay. The gameplay for Dragon Age Inquisition is very similar to Diablo. It plays very similar. So if you liked Diablo, you're going to love the combat in this. And even if you didn't, it's still got those tweaks and little differences that's going to not be able to fully classify it as Diablo, such as you can slow time and do the combat by switching between the characters and setting them up kind of like a turn-based, similar to turn-based. Second question I got asked was, is the game open world? Technically no. As you progress, you open up more parts of the map, but those parts are so huge that there's so much to do in it, it's easy to get lost in just opening up a section by section. That's how far I got 8 hours in. I opened up more spots on the map. Third question I got, is the game worth $60 content-wise? Yes. Being 8 hours into it, I feel I haven't even really scratched the surface. And leveling up and just building my characters and getting pulled into it, all the little side quests, side missions, setting up camps, all the other little stuff you can do, there is hours and hours and countless hours of content here. If this is a game, especially for people out there that are big trophy achievers, then you're going to spend a lot of time with this game, because there's a lot to clear. And then you also have the multiplayer side of it. I didn't play it, so I can't really review it. When I thought Dragon Age, I was story, single player, campaign, and there's just so much content in there for you to clear through that it's not a game in 10 hours you're going to be shelving it. And those are mainly the big questions that I was asked during the Twitch stream. And like I said, thank you all for coming in and asking questions. Whenever you see me online, I'll be more than happy to show you any part of the game that I can. If you have a PS4, share play, give it a try. Overall, this game is magnificent. It's got, the graphics are beautiful on it. It looks great on next gen. The story's rich. It really pulled me in. The gameplay is great. It plays, like I said, plays like Diablo. So if you're comfortable with that kind of gameplay, it's great. The combat's awesome. There's only a few things I really didn't like about it, and they weren't enough to really impact it. One thing was, when it came to the story, it doesn't really jump much into where I'm at so far. It hasn't jumped much into my, outside of the main character, my party, their backstories. It hasn't really touched base on many of them. I don't really care that much about them because I don't really know much about them. But the main character, it's a lot. And what's cool is you got the different races. So I only played I believe it was the elf, and I don't know if it's going to be like Dragon Age Origins because I haven't tried any of the characters, if it's going to be how the intro is different depending on your race. So that's kind of an interesting fact. But that's the one thing I don't like about it, is I don't really know much about the supporting characters in my party. And one other thing is, there's been 2 bugs. Well, one bug, and the other one's just a frame rate drop. Sometimes I see the frame rate drop a little bit. It's not really nowhere near as drastic as Assassin's Creed Unity, and it doesn't happen nowhere near as much. And the second being, this was a bug. I can't remember the person who pointed this out in the stream. Thank you. I lose my sound. I'll be playing, and then boom, my sound will go out. And I can hear my ambient noise, the background music, the walking through water, stuff like that. But when it comes to fighting sound effects, talking, it's gone. One person in the Twitch stream told me to pause the game and unpause the game. When I do that, it comes back. And it only did it 3 times in 8 hours, but it was enough to be like, where the hell's my sound? Those are the only complaints I really have about the game. Other than that, if you've got that RPG itch, it's Christmas time. This game is definitely going to be what's giving you that scratch. It's a great RPG. It's not Skyrim. Like I said, those are 2 different games. But I can see where this is up there with Skyrim. It's a game that you're going to be spending a lot of time into. And with the holiday season here, people out of school for winter break, people taking vacations, and you got that little extra time to game, and you want something that can eat up that time, definitely want to pick up Dragon Age Inquisition. It is an amazing game. It is an amazing title. At the end of the day, I give this game a 9 out of 10. Like I said, the only reason I'm not giving it a full 10 is those little bugs. I'm still waiting to find out what my supporting characters' backstories are. This has been Yanni with YannyVideos and our review of Dragon Age Inquisition. I hope you enjoy watching it. Come check me out on Twitch at YannyVideos. Subscribe to YouTube channel. Hit down in the comments. Tell me what you think of the game if you bought it. I'd love to talk to you and reply back. This has been Yanni. Game on.